Hello, YouTube. See, we are now live. Welcome to the show, episode 78. Jordan cannot currently hear us. He's doing some kind of Jordan-y, audio-y thingy. It's not very logical because it's logic thing. Oh, made my camera vibrate. I think Jordan can hear us now. Jordan, can you hear us yet?
I've been able to hear
Oh, okay, good.
you.
Also, I have a new camera view this week. Do you see it? You like it? You know what the story behind that is? Do you want to know?
You broke something and you had no choice but to move the camera.
I accidentally pulled on this little box thing right here that my headphones plug into and yanked it down. It fell. Couldn't get it to fucking sit back where it was. So I was just like, this works.
90% right. Cool.
Yeah. But it allowed me to have a monster in my closet this week. So
Nice.
and a view of some of my Doctor Who stuff we don't usually get to see too.
The top of that poster and then the
Yep.
one above the door.
Yep. So yeah, are we ready to rock and roll, Audio Wizard? Jordan the Audio Wizard?
I prefer rolling and rocking, but I mean, to each his own.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me just pull a little vapey vape before we start. And then we can start. Huh? Okay. Clouds, bro, clouds. I'm pretty sure you intro us. I'm pretty sure that's what we figured out. And when you bring us in and you intro us, if you want, I will just take it away with something, or I don't know if you have something you want to talk about first, something small.
Completely up to you, bud. Really quick.
If you don't have something right away, I'd like to talk about this things to come future timeline thing that I found. Maybe address the elephant in the room once we've started recording. Or not. Or don't. Never mind.
No, we can. That's fine. Whatever you want.
It's whatever YouTube wants.
YouTube have wants?
Yeah. YouTube has the wants. Hey, do you still play Zero Dawn, whatever
Horizon
that
Zero
was? Mm-hmm.
I haven't in a little bit, but yeah, why?
You know that streamer, that chick streamer that I said streams Elite Dangerous?
Yeah.
She started streaming that game too.
Oh, you should watch it.
I haven't watched any of it, but she streams it in the same way she does Elite Dangerous. So first time player, and like just anytime she plays, she only streams it.
That's cool.
Yeah, I like it. It's funny.
You should watch it though, because that game is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, I will watch it. I like that
you-
streamer. So
Of all people, you would love the story of that game.
I like game stories. I'm not anti-story.
I know, but that one I think would speak to you the most.
Would it?
Yeah. And I'm not gonna spoil it for you. Figure it out.
I'm gonna YouTube it. Okay, let's fucking.
Very sci-fi. AI.
You can start us whenever. I am not nostalgic for the fingers, so
I forgot I am in control of that. So
you could just give me a count and then do your thing, because and all this nonsense that you're getting in the video right now, this is part of getting to watch the video.
Yeah.
You know?
Bonus footage.
Boner footage. We should charge people for this.
We should.
Stop watching until you pay me $1.
That works. That works. Alrighty, so I'll give it a. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Well, we're gonna go 3, 2, 1, and welcome everybody to episode 78 of the PB&J podcast.
Yeah, we have to make sure to say it because I'm not sure if there'll be a robot there or not this week.
Yeah, I don't really know, to be honest.
So, I mean, we might as well hit that very first so people aren't asking over and over and over. We don't know.
Sure. Yeah, I know. I don't know.
uh,
We were just like 5 more minutes and
5 more minutes.
5 more minutes.
5 more minutes. Yeah.
Here we are. How's everybody doing?
Yep. What's up? I'm doing great, man. I'm you know me. I love recording night.
Me
It's
too.
actually it's my favorite part of the week. And because I accumulate nonsense to talk about all week long. So, I'm actually kind of bursting a little bit to talk about one thing. If you don't have anything specific you wanted to talk about right away, how was your week? Did you jerk off into any potted plants this week? Um, Anything like that?
Some, but I don't want to get into
Which one? You're not going to tell us which one?
it. No, I'm gonna leave
Uh,
that to your imagination. You figure it out.
oh, that's a horrible idea.
But
Oh shit.
all of the above is an option. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Well, so I came across this article, right? And it's more of like an infographic. Do you know what an infographic
Ooh,
is? It's like a
I
picture
do.
with
I
words.
enjoy me an infographic or two nowadays.
Yeah. So I haven't actually fully looked at this yet. I've only kind of skimmed it.
Okay.
Essentially, they're saying that this is things to come. They're saying that based on the rate at which technology goes forth, that we're going to have certain things by certain year.
Okay.
Okay. So 2019, I controlled technology. I'm going to go ahead and say that we already have that
To an extent.
essentially. Well, eye gesture tech is there already. Like Samsung's will keep the screen on if you're looking at it.
Yeah, that's true.
iPhones and other computery things will open if you look at them. So that's similar.
Yeah.
Um, 2020 paper diagnostics, essentially like a way to use like a piece of paper that they can do quick tests with. I don't think I understand what they mean by that. So it says cheap diagnostic tools made of designer paper enable rapid screening for tuberculosis, Ebola, Zika, things like that. Um,
Hmm.
2023 designer antibiotics. So this will allow for to defeat super bugs like my dick. No, nothing can stop my
Okay.
dick. Let's see. Ingestible robots. What do you think about this? Tiny little computers that can repair you from the inside out. Are you down for ingestible robots?
Yeah, honestly.
So, like, think of all the things that you could do with that.
Well,
Cancers, stomach flu, like ulcers. It goes in there, sews it up or some shit. That's to me is crazy.
but
Now, does
okay.
that make you a cyborg?
Ooh, hey, that's actually a good question.
Yeah.
Wow. Huh.
Mm,
I guess
I don't know.
semi,
Probably.
right? Hold that thought 1 second. That was weird.
What are we doing? Did it break?
I don't know. No, your video went all weird. But
Oh, did it?
yeah, no, you're good now.
Okay. Well, hopefully my video isn't all weird. What is
Yeah.
this? Guess what? We have a special guest coming. Um. Okay,
What
so
do you
that's
want to?
2024. That's ingestible robots.
Okay.
2026 smart clothing. Pair of pants jerks you off while you walk. What do you think? I'm just kidding.
All in.
Uh,
Now, do you mean by like Back to the Future 2, Marty McFly had the jacket that dried him, and that was
Kinda. Yeah. So
okay.
miniaturized electronics with haptic feedback that can change color, shape, keep you cool, keep you warm, things like that.
Okay.
Right?
I can dig that.
Photonics in space. This is 2027. Essentially, spacecraft allowing for super high speed internet. via satellite. I kind of think that we're going to be there way before fucking 2027, but we'll see.
Honestly, that's what I was thinking about the clothing thing too.
That's 2026. Think about it though this
Yeah,
way, because it's not that far off, right? So it's 2018 right now. So
yeah, that's 8 years from now. I feel like they could do that a lot sooner.
how about volcanic mining? Mining, well, volcanoes. I don't think that's going to be I don't think there's any reason to do that. I guess there's
Me neither.
precious metals or minerals there or whatever. I don't know.
For what purpose, though? Like, you don't need
As
it.
well as
Leave it alone.
in 2028, the spintronics revolution. Essentially rapid commercialization of spintronics. These are electronic spin orbit, revolutionizes smartphones, smart technology, and Internet of Things. I think that they are some kind of power generation or something. I'd have to look up what a spintronic is.
I was just about to say, I have no idea what that means.
2029, fucking batteries that can breathe carbon dioxide in and use it as energy. A lot of this stuff is kind of boring. We're gonna skip.
So you can charge your phone by breathing on it.
I think so. Yeah.
Be neat.
2038. I like this one. 2038. Fully immersive computer interface. Now, like VR, AR, floating things you move around, fucking haptics, right? So like you stand there in it or you sit in it, right? And it's like you're moving the stuff around and you know what I mean?
A la Tony Stark in the Avengers movies.
Yeah. Fully immersive computing, 2038.
I hope it's sooner than that, but I will take 2038 because I will spend anything.
Let's see. 2041 holographic pets.
That would be cool. But is it going to be like holographic Michael Jackson where obvious holograph, you know?
I think obvious holograph will always be holographic, obviously. What?
You just smooshed my brain. Thank you.
So how about 2049 geoengineering?
Geoengineering?
Making making the earth cooler through science or making, certain things geologically occur through science, not natural.
Like man-made climate control for the world.
Yeah. Man-made climate control for the planet.
I don't know. I don't know
by 20. No, okay. 2055 wave top and undersea cities. I personally don't think that we're ever going to do the underwater city thing.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I call bullshit on all of that.
Yeah. Now, what would and I don't think for any other reason than I think that it would be dangerous. I did see this comparison one time where they said that Sandy's from SpongeBob SquarePants, Sandy's dome underwater, if made from like acrylic or something like that, that to be super deep in the water would only have to actually be like inch thick, if that, right? Because of the material and the weights and the pressures and yada yada. So I mean, we have the technology to do it now. I just don't.
It's not practical for one, and two, if you fuck up the manufacturing of that.
Yeah, we're talking about 2055.
I don't.
You know what I mean?
I don't trust humankind to do shit.
I don't think we'll have underground cities or underwater cities. I think we'll have underwater farmland, where we'll have shallow farms underwater.
Maybe, yeah.
I think that will be the most likely.
Civilizations are going to live underwater. I don't think.
Yeah. Okay. So farming underwater, I can see, especially if we've fucked up and in 2049 geoengineering failed. I can see the need to do farming and stuff. Essentially, Bryce, welcome to the show. Hi.
Hi.
I'm glad you're here.
Glad to be here.
So I was going over this little infographic, things to come. It's like a timeline, right? Going over when we can expect certain things. Kind of like 2024 ingestible robots. What do you think about that?
Ingestible?
Mm-hmm.
So are we talking like nanomachines to repair, or
Yes. Injuries and
by
sicknesses.
2024?
Yeah. Think it's too soon?
Or do you think it would get done sooner?
I don't know. I know that we have been doing huge for the advancements of nanotechnology, so I would say that if not by 2024, at the very least by 2028. I think we're in the ballpark, give or take 4 years of 2024.
I credit Jimmy Neutron with that idea.
Okay, I'll accept
I credit
it.
Metal Gear Solid 4, where the answer to everything was nanomachines.
Nanomachines, yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
They cured everything.
How about this?
And you turn into a
Literally turn someone into an undead vampire. Nanomachines.
Well, 2033 is when they think that light-driven photo motors and DNA-inspired technology will make for super cheap nanotechnology. So like nanotech's going to be super expensive up until the mid 2030s, where we'll see a boom because they. And again, this is just some.
Okay, and maybe that's what I'm thinking. Like, will the technology exist by 2024? Sure. I'm thinking more when you say ingestible, that means I can get it and ingest it to where I can use it. Like, I can afford it. That's why I was thinking later on. But
now, what about nuclear batteries? Essentially using a artificial diamond as an encasing.
Okay.
And some type of future technology that converts the radiation into electricity. Diamond batteries.
And I would say that would be the technology could exist within the next 15 years, I would say. But for it to be available on a mass market, many years after that, just because we would need to develop it in such a way to where normal people couldn't get to it, and there would have to be fail safes in place to prevent us from blowing it up.
So now, okay, so I've kind of went over a lot that you missed, right? And I'm not going to go back over all of them, but essentially things like smart clothing, eye controlled tech, things like that, right? We kind of talked about Mike a little bit. Honestly, none of it's going to happen. And anything, if this is true, what they think is we're going to see rapid enhancements in artificial intelligence by the mid 2030s as well. I think nothing else happens after that. I think
the world ends after that.
I honestly, so okay. Yeah.
If we're talking rapid advancements in AI, we're all fucked.
So right now we use a lot of AI. Like, for example, and one thing that doesn't fucking use AI and that's very annoying, traffic lights. Why the fuck are traffic lights do not employ some kind of AI? Because right now they're programmed using time. And those times alternate depending on the day for their timing on them. And then some of them have pads or cameras sensors, things like that. There should be AI that's able to use that stuff and say, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm not going to make this car sit here for 5 minutes. There's no one else there. Do you see what I'm saying? Like that. Or like during the day where it might be programmed a certain way, right? But the traffic pattern's different. And so now you end up with a light that's green forever with no cars and a light that's green for 2 seconds with a mile line of fucking cars, right? Some fucking AI computer should be able to be like derp and fix it, right?
I agree.
Why is
or
that
some guy behind a desk should be able to be put on the graveyard shift for those roads just so we can stop fucking people.
Or that.
But I think honestly it's because they don't want to put the money in for what would just be a convenience for us. It's not going to alleviate a traffic problem, and their entire existence is to alleviate a traffic problem. If you sitting there for 5 minutes, doesn't clog up the road or whatever, they're not willing to put the money in to look into AI. I agree. It would be way more efficient. It would be better.
So efficient, though. So efficient.
And I feel like the possibility of my issue with it is the possibility of that AI also being hooked up to the traffic cameras. That's what scares me.
Well, no, that's what it needs to be done.
Well, I know they don't need to be that way, but it's
what'll happen is
every time
They're saying that by 20, because we have a lot of AI. None of it's technically self-aware. And the self-aware AI we usually cut off and kill anyway, which is sort of fucked up, but we do. However,
kind of necessary.
Or we don't, and we just keep practicing with it somewhere, and we have an evil AI right now that they're not telling us about. So, but next evolution of AI, they think is going to happen in the 2030s, and that's going to be where it's going to become predictive, right? So where it's going to start taking all the information we've been feeding it, become self-aware, but then become predictive for the future. To decide, unfortunately, that's how you get Terminator, though, right? If it's like, well, this AI is here to fix climate problems, and the AI is like, well, all climate problems are from people, kill all people, right? Turn every traffic light green, done.
What's sad is every traffic light going green would kill most people because everyone's too stupid to realize
it. Yeah.
They would all just be like, everyone's going. Well, my light's green, so
now
into the 50 car pile.
People are idiots.
Right away.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, but it keeps piling up and piling up and piling up and piling up. There's no reason for the 50th car to fucking fit the pile up. That guy hit the fucking pile up because he's an idiot and wasn't paying attention. Let's be honest, right?
Absolutely. There's no question about that shit.
Some of this stuff is not on this list in the right place. I personally feel like, for example, they say fusion power by 2044. There's actually companies right fucking now that are able to obtain fusion. It's just the problem is it takes more energy to make it happen than the energy.
They don't think we're going to be able to figure out what we would need to do to make it.
Yeah, but they're saying 2044, I think that it'll be way more than that, or way sooner than that. I mean,
probably in the 20s,
I was going to say,
imagine.
I'm going to go ahead and say by 2030.
Well, I'm thinking
that there'll be a company with a fully operational fusion generator. It may be,
maybe
maybe that they mean here because they say that infrastructure plans are underway. So okay, you know what? Maybe they're saying the same thing I am saying, and they just didn't put its invention. They're saying that it'll be commercially available. So okay, I could say by 2044, fusion power
will be commercially available.
Yeah. Which, dude, that'd be fucking dope. Like, we need cars that drive themselves, not because the super future tech, cool cars drive themselves, because there'd be no traffic. We wouldn't need.
Well, what would be beautiful about that is
so much less accidents.
It'd be great.
It would link up to the AI that is on the traffic lights. So it would know when it's green. It would know when it's red. It would know all of that. Hell, we wouldn't even need traffic lights.
No, you wouldn't, because the cars would be timed. You'd have a car go this way, car go this way, car go this way, car over here. Car.
Not only that, but every estimated time of arrival would be exact.
100%, yes.
It'd be like public transportation, but better.
That'd be amazing.
It would
Watch Dogs Zero.
Yeah, but then you have, unfortunately, people that are like, I got my goddamn 5.0. And it just is what it is.
That's just very important. I thought you needed to see.
I appreciate that very much, and I'm weirded out by it also.
Oh, that's not even the surface of the weirdness that happens.
Are we going somewhere tonight? Are we going somewhere weird tonight?
I mean,
I'm gonna go ahead and let it focus on my camera if it will. I mean,
I guess I could talk a little bit about the weird world of Sonic fan fiction.
Well, we can get into that. I'm actually kind of done with this, honestly. I don't want to beat it into the ground. I just think it's cool that, and really, that right now, and the point that I was making is, most of this is here right now. We're just not implementing it, or we just haven't nailed it down yet.
We haven't nailed it to where it's widespread.
Dude, it's going to be
get
fucking
it on the factory line.
It's gonna be fucking great. And we're going to be alive for it. I mean, knock on wood, I guess, right?
Because 2030 AI.
I don't think so.
Sign off.
Mid 2035. PB&J podcast definitely won't exist because the AI is gonna be like, "Well, you talked all that fucking shit."
Yeah, we heard you. What you talking about our brothels for, boy?
Right? Hey, we're not anti-robot brothel, okay?
We're not anti-robot.
We're
just anti-robot overlords. So, like,
unless
meet us halfway.
Part of their hierarchy, and we're not like normal human scum. In which case, I'm cool with Robot Overlord.
We would welcome the robot overlord
would
as long
welcome
as they
the
made
robot
us mini
overlord.
lords.
Cool
I'm
robot
even down to be
overlord,
like
bro.
cyborg status.
Oh,
Hook a
Bryce,
brother up.
hold on. So if you eat the ingestible robots, are you now a cyborg?
Are they temporary or permanent?
Permanent.
You're a cyborg.
Temporary, you shit them out, so then you're not a cyborg.
Yeah,
but
temporary. It's just they're in, they're out.
Sounds
It's almost
similar.
like parasites.
Okay.
Once you have it to where it's a permanent upgrade to your body through the use of robotics, cyborg. You are in symbiosis with robotic materials. You are a cyborg.
Nice. I want to be
I
a
like that.
cyborg, and I'm going to
Yeah,
name
me
myself
too.
Cyborg.
I like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It might be taken by then. You might have to do like cyborg _ X69X_. But
I'll be Pat Sporgo. Okay.
Pat Sporgo. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I have a bunch of stuff. Honestly, I was going to talk about tonight. So I don't want to drone on forever in Pat speak. So what's up, Bryce? What are you doing?
I'm chilling. I got here late because reasons, and so I'm a little thrown for a loop because I'm not fully in like record face mode, but I'm here and I'm recording.
I'm not even.
So we in there, boys. What I got going on? I mean, what I wanted to talk about was some weird shit Poland had going on during World War II. Because
I
went on one of my many lengthy but fun deep dives on some shit that caught my interest. There's a YouTube channel called Drawfee, and basically they just take different ideas that people have.
Yeah.
And they'll do like a free draw while they do kind of a podcast where they're talking about what they're drawing, the ideas behind different things. And for this one, they had badasses of history. And they talked about one particular incident. And that would be Wotek, the Polish soldier from 1942, the only Polish soldier that was a bear.
What?
So in 1942, the newly formed Anders Army left the Soviet Union for Iran, and they were accompanied by thousands of Polish civilians who had been deported to the gulags following the Soviet invasion of Poland.
Yeah.
Because in World War II, Poland got fucked twice. First, they were invaded by the Germans, then they were invaded by the Russians. So the Polish people were just like, yay, I guess. We're just going to get fucked all day.
Yep.
So they got sent off. And essentially, there was a refugee camp, and there was this young little bear that the refugees basically kind of adopted.
Little bear.
And it was a cub. The mother had died to a hunter, so they adopted it and raised it like one of their own. It was like a big pet.
The funny part is I thought this was going somewhere else when you told me about the bear in the military. It just keep going.
Oh no, it's gonna go somewhere. It's gonna get like what the fuck. But basically, this bear was eventually added to the 2nd Transport Company, which later became the 22nd Artillery Supply Company. And he was, with these soldiers, and the soldiers who raised him gave him cigarettes. He would smoke them. They would give him like whiskey and beer. He would drink with them.
What?
And he just hung out. So he was a smoking, drinking. He would wrestle with the soldiers. Bear. They all just hung out with this fucking bear, and he was just one of the fucking family.
That's fucking awesome.
And what ended up happening is at one point they all had to board like this train. The bear wasn't allowed on the train because there was like laws in place preventing like the transport of wild animals and like big animals. So they made him an official soldier, so that way they could bypass the law, because the law stated that if it was a soldier, like the train had to let a soldier on no matter what. So since the bear was a soldier, the soldier overseed, and they bypassed the law, so he became an official soldier at that point.
Did they put a uniform on him?
They at one point did for like photographs and stuff, but what's really crazy is during an actual battle, he he saw all the men grabbing these 25-pound artillery shells, like crates of them, and was like dragging them and like trying to carry them. The bear started picking up artillery shells and taking them with them and giving them to the fucking people to fire off. So the bear actually started supplying. So he started as a private.
I'm sure that pick him up. Like, no fucking problem.
Yeah, he picked him up and he wobbled over with it in his fucking arms because, like, he was just watching what everyone else was doing. He was just following suit because he was like, this is my family. Here you guys go. That's a loud boom. And he helped supply the front lines. And what's really crazy is because of that, he went from a private, he got promoted all the way to corporal.
Shut up.
Corporal Bear.
Oh, yeah, right.
This is Corporal Woltech Bear.
Oh,
the smoking, drinking god. And basically, they actually, in recognition of him, they approved a depiction of a bear carrying an artillery shell as the official emblem of the 22nd Company.
No.
So, like,
way.
there is an. I'll send you guys the emblem.
Okay, which I would love. I think that needs to become something we use for something. But that's
the
crazy.
There. And so, finally, after the war was over, in 1945, he was transported to Scotland with the rest of the 22nd Company, meaning that this bear has traveled more than I have.
A lot more.
And he was stationed, like officially stationed, at the Winfield Airfield on Sunwick Farm near the village of Hutton.
Until he
was basically a border patrol for a while. No, he actually he kept on going until 1947, till the 22nd was demobilized, and since they weren't officially there, they gave him to the Edinburgh Zoo, where he spent the rest of his life. And Polish soldiers would come to visit him and say hi, and he would remember them and walk over to them, and they would toss him cigarettes when the zookeepers weren't looking, and he would eat them since they couldn't reach him to light the cigarettes for him, so he would eat them instead of smoke them.
That's fucking hilarious.
You know, basically, anyway, I can get my nicotine, bro.
Well, I mean, now though, so that's such an amazing story, but if that, could you imagine the trouble they'd be in now? Like, I can't believe you're doing that. Don't give that poor defenseless animal alcohol and cigarettes.
Oh,
I mean, I don't know, man.
I think it's awesome. I think that the fucking listen.
He lived till he was 21. So he's
bigger nuts than our entire fucking military.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
He's pretty badass. He's a war hero in my eyes.
I want a pet bear now.
I want to, but you don't. You don't.
You want Voltec.
That's an uncommon. Yeah, this is so
most
this
of them
is
end
a
up
very
like,
uncommon story.
Like what were their names? Siegfried and Roy?
Yeah, they're
mostly it's tiger maulings when you have an exotic pet.
Well, the problem is though okay, it's kind of like there's this Facebook ad that keeps going around, right?
Okay.
And it's like there's all these wolf dogs, and this company stepped in to save them because they were all about to be euthanized.
Okay.
And they're like, please, come save these wolf dogs. And people are like, oh, well, wolves are illegal in most states, but wolf dogs are legal in most states.
Yeah.
Right? The fucking problem is it's this animal, and I'm not saying euthanize them. I don't think that's right, but this animal is only one generation removed from a fucking big ass wolf that will eat your face off for no reason.
Not only that, but like depending on how it was socialized to begin with, whether it was raised by wolves or raised by like a regular doggo.
But if it's raised by people because they're pets, one of the issues is apparently, because I was reading this thing, that wolf dogs have a really hard time. Like there's a very low percentage of them that are properly domesticated.
Yeah.
And most of them,
you have to be very good at training a dog to get a wolf dog to be domesticated.
They end up terrorizing neighborhoods and killing people's cats and shit.
Because what's funny is when it comes to domestication, like the reason why dogs are as docile as they are is because of generation after generation after generation of being domesticated, being raised by dogs that are also domesticated all the way down. Once a dog goes feral, it doesn't really come back.
No, it doesn't. And these are wolves that are bred with like huskies, which can be big and mean.
Well, and the thing is
shepherds, which could be big and mean.
And those dogs require a lot of training to begin with.
Yes.
Like huskies are a lot to handle. Like much to handle. They require so much energy, so much everything.
My brother's got a gigantic fucking husky.
I would never be able to deal with that. The only dog that I would be willing to get that's like a big dog, funnily enough, is a greyhound. And you would think greyhound, they probably have lots of energy or whatever. Greyhounds are probably one of the most chillest, laid back, lazy ass dogs you will ever see in the history of time.
I personally like mixed breed dogs. So like both of my dogs are pit mixed with something, right?
Right.
So like Coco is just a lab, a brown cow. She's a lab pit mix.
How now, brown cow?
She just chills though, and she's so good and so well behaved, and so, and I think that there's something to mixed breeds. Personally, I think that the whole mutt aesthetic also I like, but I think there's something there, and I think that the reason there's something there is that it helps to introduce, sadly enough, different bloodlines, you know what I mean, into those babies, little puppy doggies. So you end up with less fucking psychotic fucking dogs. Dude, yeah, that happens because to keep that dog perfect and worth $4,000, they're just gonna breed the mom with one of its kids. You know what I mean? To continue doing that, and genetically, it's fucked up. Like eventually, it stops working. You end up with more dogs that are like mentally ill or whatever. It's super fucked up, and I don't like it, but whatever.
That's the one, a husky.
You want to? Well,
that's my dream dog.
I would like a husky. I would love a wolf dog. I think that'd be dope.
I would love a wolf dog too. Yeah.
I would love a bear. I think that'd be fucking awesome. If I could guarantee
delivery bear.
If my bear was not going to kill me, I would ride that bitch around. That'd be dope.
I'm on the other side of this, though. I would agree, bear Calvary all the way.
Fucking right, man.
I would love to have a cat that is like a wildcat, like part wildcat. Like a house cat that's a bit bigger.
Well, you can get that lynx.
I could snuggle. Yeah. I mean, they exist.
They're less murderous. You can't get like a cougar or something. It'd eat your face.
Yeah, I mean, that's maybe. But I would 110% like love to have a cat that was big that would just be like snuggly. And I'm just like this. I'd be the best. Dude, cats are amazing.
Siegfried or Roy, and one of them have a.
They had white tigers.
They had white tigers, and they got attacked.
And one of them got mauled by.
Exactly.
And they were raised. Well, it's not even fuck cats. I mean,
there's a story behind that. Something happened. That wasn't like a sudden thing.
I guarantee it. I want a pet orca.
A pet orca?
You just go to the ocean.
We joke, but they're probably smart, and if you found one whale that you could feed hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of tons of food to keep it around you, it would know you and become friends with you and whatever. I mean, SeaWorld does it.
That's SeaWorld,
right? So like those orcas are their friends. Sadly enough, they don't sometimes realize we can't be slung around underwater. It happens. But I don't think that's malicious.
No, I don't think so either. Especially also in situations where, animals have emotions too. They sometimes don't want to do what you want them to do. And if you try to force them, they're not going to be happy about it. Just like me, you want to force me to work and I don't want to. I'm going to give you a middle finger.
Yeah, but you go to work anyway because reasons.
Well, bills, but you know what I'm getting at.
Bill makes me go. He's a dick.
So many of them.
Yeah.
Kill them all.
Yeah, Bryce, that's fucking neat. I would love. I think that'd be super cool. You know what I would?
Moral of the story.
I want a giant tortoise.
I wouldn't mind a giant tortoise if it wasn't going to outlive me and then some.
And then your kids and have.
I'm cool. You know what? I would love to have a pet that outlived me that could move on throughout the generations.
Yeah, but will it get to move on though? Or is it gonna? Well, I mean, I guess it could.
My kids are gonna know that pet's more important than their ass, and they're gonna take care of it.
Not for nothing.
That is the family That is the family fucking
Hear this out.
guardian.
I could.
Y'all saw what happened to the direwolves.
I could drain
when they
my
went
pond.
out. People got kit. Just saying.
You're stupid. I could drain my pond, right? Put a bunch of sand, rock, little enclosure in there, and everything, and I can get a giant tortoise. It's big enough to be a giant tortoise enclosure-y thing.
It is. That's true. It is.
Oh,
Do it.
Yeah, getting a giant tortoise.
Hell yeah.
Get one.
But yeah, let's move on. Jordan, why don't you talk about something for just a minute? It doesn't have to be long. We could take a little break. I need to take some Tylenol anyway, because remember that tooth stuff I got done last week? You think
hurts?
You think it's normal that it kind of hurts a little bit still?
No, I don't.
It's been over a week, right?
Today.
But now, or a
and
week
it was
today.
fillings.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah?
Usually after a day for
I'm
fillings.
listen, Tylenol.
Is it only when you're eating certain things, or is it something to where it's a constant ache?
There is a bit of an ache there.
Yeah, no, something's wrong.
Yeah, that should have gone away.
All right.
So, time to get some Oragel for 2+ months, and then January 1st.
Oh, fuck me.
Yep.
Actually, I went ahead and started taking the antibiotics they told me to take if it hurt. So I'm hoping it makes it go away. So
I mean, it could be that there's just some infection in there, and that's why they gave you a pre-course of antibiotics to help deal with that shit. And
give it
once it's done,
and see what happens.
Yeah, because if it's just an infection, you clean it out, it'll stop hurting once the inflammation's gone.
I hope so, Dr. Bryce.
That's dentist Bryce. I didn't go to 37 years of dental school to be called doctor.
I like the idea of reversing that, because usually you're like, thank you, dentist Brian.
And you're like, that's Mr. Brian.
Dr. Brian.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a doctor too, just because I don't do brain sex. What? So
that's correct term.
Oh, okay.
Got you.
But yeah, Jordan, what's up, man? Talk.
Nothing really to talk about. I didn't do much this week. But I do this weekend actually. I'm leaving work early on Friday to go to Georgia. Because I think I've said it before, but you know how my son is a gigantic Thomas the Train fan?
Yes.
You have.
This weekend they have an actual Thomas the Train in Georgia that you can ride on and shit.
That's amazing.
Really? Like a full-size train?
Full-size actual train.
That is so cool. I'm going to go ahead and say, though, they're never going to remember this.
I know.
100%
waste of time. Anyway, that's super fun.
All I got to say is
you don't
how old until he's allowed to listen to Biggie?
A year ago. I don't give a shit what he listens to.
Then it's time you introduce him to the Thomas the Train Biggie Smalls remix.
Oh, that's a great idea.
You should.
I love that song.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that is it for proper child development.
Absolutely.
He's got to know about the 10 Mac 10s. The shit never ends. It just
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, Michael's here.
When I drive to and from home, I'm DJ. I'm driving, so
hey.
I like that fucking Mike comes in our chat room and he's like, "I have arrived."
He just kicks the door in. Boom.
Don't you kick our door in, sir.
I mean, kick it in all you want. It's virtual. It costs us nothing.
It does. Yeah, except for we're gonna make you pay for it.
Joke's on you. There is no door. It's 1970s beads.
It's 1970s beads. That would be
kicking those in is not as satisfying. Your foot just kind of goes into the beads and they shake a little bit, and you're like, "Oh."
You kick them and they go.
Like even bigger risk of just falling over.
That's
not.
No.
Sometimes.
Zero resistance.
Yeah. What's funny is that for some reason, maybe it's super dark or whatever, and you think it's a door, so you put some like fucking oomph in that bitch and just topple through the beads.
You know what? He would be in, and that would be an entrance, and we would be aware of his presence.
That's
true. That would be a pretty grand entrance. Like,
so I'm down.
You can't ignore that. You know
what? Do it. Fuck it.
You have my blessing. Oh, jeez. Yeah, let's take a break.
Okay. Where are we at? How long has it been? Tell the people.
40 minutes.
Ew.
Do you, good sir?
Yeah, actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and say when we come back, we have some stuff to talk about still.
Yes.
So, like, I wanted to chat about the Soyuz rocket. We don't have to though. That's kind of boring, I guess. But the cloud gaming stuff, I think, is interesting. I'd like to talk about that. So,
yeah, we'll talk about
cloud gaming, and maybe if we have time, I can throw some Sonic weirdness.
Oh yeah, some Sonic weirdness at it. Do it up.
All right, cool.
Yes.
Okay, be
Break
back.
time.
We'll be right back.
Saw, dudes.
Saw.
All right.
Dude.
Saw, dude. Yeah, we thought you were dead.
I mean,
I can hear your
decent chance.
leg shaking against your microphone.
Big sorry.
Super loud.
Big sorry.
Big,
right,
very big.
I will be back in a couple minutes.
Why? Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going?
I'm going to pee, and then I'm going to get another drink.
If
Okay.
it's not going somewhere to love me, then it's
Always.
bullshit. All right. As long as you got love in your heart, you can go.
You gotta have love in your heart. Oh yeah, baby. That was gross. I didn't think that was coming out as a audible burp.
It happens.
I thought
No
it was more
worries.
like a hiccup kind of burp, you know?
I feel you.
You can't feel me because this is virtual, Bryce.
I'm virtually feeling you.
Hey, do you dig my new camera angle?
I do. And I'm really liking the monster placement this week. My only qualm is that it looks like he hung himself and you haven't realized it yet. So I'm just like, bro, I don't want to be the one to tell you this, but if we don't tell you, then it's going to start to stink eventually. I got to tell you.
His arms were up there, but they fell.
Oh, okay. So it was like he was climbing up.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I actually want to get a skin for this door behind me and make it look like the TARDIS door. But
Oh, that'd be cool.
wouldn't that be neat?
That would be neat.
I know my wife listens, so wife, buy me a TARDIS door skin.
I mean, how much could it be?
Dude, skins are
How much
big,
is my
man.
love worth?
So I brought Jordan into Elite Dangerous with me last night, Bryce.
So wait. He bought it, or because he said he had a digital copy? What's the deal? Is it free on PlayStation right now?
No, he bought it a while ago.
Oh, okay.
Played with me once, decided it was boring and didn't like it.
Well, I'm glad he's playing.
Well, he's only playing. So what we did is I've spent too much time in this game. So we'd go to a res site. He would shoot somebody once, and then I'd kill him, and then we share the bounty.
And then you share the bounty.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Until last night, where Jordan definitely accidentally shot some people he shouldn't have shot. The entire fucking res site turns red, Bryce. Okay, so I'm like, you got a book. We got to go now. Go, right? I hit the button for Super Cruise. I thought he did the same thing.
He did not.
He
doesn't know about Super Cruise.
I told him. I was like, triangle up. Triangle up.
He's not. He's just like, I'll just go fast and then avoid them.
He's like, I'm gonna die. I'm like, fuck, because I could have sat there for long enough to maybe take more hits for him to get away.
Yeah.
I felt bad because the money was good last night. Like, he lost like $1 million in bounty.
Oh no!
I was like,
that would have got him the
bro.
perfect startup.
It would.
He could have gotten himself a nice little.
I think actually he ended up, because we went back and forth 2 or 3 times.
He could have gotten a Cobra Mark IV fully outfitted for.
He's actually
bounties.
bought a Cobra 3 last night.
Okay.
He hasn't
Cobra
flown it yet. But I told him, I was like, man, we just go back and forth a few times, just buy some modules each time. It'll be fine.
I think Cobra 3 is more maneuverable than 4. I think 4 just has heavier armor, but it's also harder to move.
I skipped over I went from a small ship right into a Python, a medium-sized ship.
Yeah.
Because I just went and explored for money. I didn't.
I did nothing but bounties for a long time in an Eagle. And then and Eagles are fun to fly.
It's so fun because once you get the hang of like up and down thrusters while turning, you know, like you like
Oh, yeah.
slide and
You keep out of their view the entire time, and you're the most annoying little mosquito
mm-hmm.
that I've ever seen. But if they look at you, if they happen to catch you and you're not paying attention, or there's more than one of them, you're done. You're just done.
What I did today.
And that's why I like the Cobra, is it's a similar concept of being the annoying fly, but I can take 2 or 3.
I transfer. Okay, so I have a good amount of money now. I transferred my Sidewinder, my starter ship, to the station that Jordan's at. And then I outfitted it. I A-rated it, and I put a railgun on it, and
a railgun on
and a beamer and a little burst laser.
Yeah.
And I went to the res site. It takes a very long time, but I can kill people in it.
That is absolutely hilarious.
More than 3 times in a row, the whole ship overheats. It's like, warning, warning, warning. I'm like, it's fine. Everybody come.
That is so stupid. Why would you ever do that? That's amazing. I love it.
It's awesome. And then I got cocky. There was a wing of 3 eagles. I was like, I'm gonna fuck these guys up. So the first time I killed a wing of eagles before, but it was at a nav beacon and there was cops there and they were helping.
Yeah.
In the hazardous res site, there was nobody there except for me, and the 3 eagles fucking fucked my ass.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, damn. If
Sidewinder does not have a lot of armor, and when your maneuverability is great, if it's 1v1. If it's more than 1v1,
I bought the military grade armor for it, and I filled it full of hull reinforcements.
You still got fucked.
And it just went. It just...
There's no point if you're a Sidewinder to try and fit it full of armor.
Yeah, but dude, there's people like there's these PvP players. Now, granted, I can't. They have macros set up on their computers to move stuff around and like that. But there's PvP players that will take you out in a Sidewinder. They have something called a something hammer. I don't know. You got to do that stupid thing for it. I don't remember what it's called. But anyway, they will kill you. You can't.
Yeah.
They are. I joke that I play too much, but they play. That's all they do.
Yeah.
I mean, I stop to jerk off occasionally.
Yeah. Or to go to work.
I have the same thing.
Just gets recorded, jacking it, and you're like, I got to do this if I want to play Elite Dangerous.
Well, I mean, honestly, that's why, because like this whole idea of cloud gaming to me is so cool, and I kind of want to talk about that tonight. So, and let me let this ad finish. Just call Geico. You gotta call Geico, Bryce.
Hey, yo, fuck yo, Geico.
I'm watching this video of the Russian Soyuz rocket.
Well, that failed.
Dude. First of all, it's only carrying 2 people, which is crazy to me. I assume most of it's automated nowadays. But it's just like it's not anything. It's just like a fucking rocket.
Rocket launcher. I haven't vaped in like months.
Really?
Yeah.
Good. I like my vapors.
I do too. I might start up again, but it was just to see if I could, and then I forgot, and then I haven't remembered until right now. And then you hit that, and I was just like,
back.
Huh. No.
Back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Everything proceeding as planned so far. A little over a minute into the launch. 1,100 miles an hour. Good God.
What the fuck?
We're 42 minutes into the intro or into the episode without the break, by the way.
Or what?
I was just saying 42 minutes into the episode without the break in there.
Under all those G-forces, that astronaut sitting there with like an iPad in his hand, like checking stats and shit. Hold on. Oh, dude, the inside's going crazy. I didn't know that the side of it had 4 boosters attached to it. That's cool. I guess the Soyuz isn't that much of a POS, even though it's ridiculously old.
This video is so dumb.
Emergency boosters. Dude, I could just imagine being an astronaut in this thing or a cosmonaut in this thing.
Yes. Oh, this is a terrible idea. That's not okay. Not okay with this at all.
They're just like failure. Copy. Do you copy? Failure. Do you get? And there's like do 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 like.
And then everyone died.
Dude, they'd have been fucked, but they. I don't know how do they eject? I don't understand that.
Mm. I don't know how much I believe that last one. But okay.
What?
I just watched a video of like different like things you could do with food. Like
Yeah.
you take a hot coal, shove it in a jar of peanut butter.
I don't believe it.
I was watching that whole thing and I'm just like, none of this looks real except for pouring warm water on an apple to get rid of wax. I'm like, you don't say. Wow. This looks
The
cool
fucking the astronaut that was on board, right? Was just like, gotta roll with the punches. Goddamn American.
Really?
Yeah. No, he didn't say that, but he did. He said you just gotta roll with the punches as it's going. I'm like, how could he be so calm? Like,
because if he wasn't calm, he was dead. So he's just like, let me just be calm.
that's true. That is true. That's why they should fucking be going up in Falcon Heavies. But whatever. Guys trust the goddamn Russians to make us out of spices.
Did we enjoy The video I sent.
Weird as fuck.
Hold on.
Is it weird as fuck?
Let me just click it real quick. I clicked.
Or is it everything you thought it could be and more?
Hey, Bryce, did you have something you wanted to do this week specifically?
What do you mean?
God damn it! It wants me to sign in.
What do you mean?
Like a story or a anything
The
like
bear
that?
story was the big one.
Okay.
That was the main one I wanted to do. I had no idea where we were in the episode, so I didn't want to like make it take a long time.
What the fuck am I watching? This break
Everything
brought to you by
didn't-
Bryce.
Everything you didn't know you needed. That's what you're watching. I'm gonna watch it again.
Good boy used intimidate and it didn't do shit. That's all.
Didn't do
that's all you
shit.
need to know.
I like that they both get in the elevator together. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Jordan, when we come back, you should bring us into your video game thing you wanted to talk about.
Okay.
My baby.
And then we'll go
you
into
want,
the
baby?
cloud gaming stuff and talk a little bit about
You need to go to Walmart?
clouding.
Yeah, I
Did
know.
your
I need
fucking
to get
cat just say Walmart?
Yeah. What about it?
Also, is her tail is now part of the show?
Yeah, she's part of the podcast.
Meow 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 meow.
We'll go to bed soon, okay?
Oh, I
Let
thought
me
I was
finish this recording.
I thought I was frozen, but I just wasn't moving. Okay. Are we ready? Are we ready to come? Oh, it's frozen again.
Let's do the damn thing.
Why is this? Oh.
Oh no, Jordan, you're frozen. Jordan, no.
Jordan, no.
All right.
No, not that far down.
Also, Michael, I hope that I know you're not in the chat anymore now. You probably had to go. But I know you will listen. And since you said that our last week's break was the most awkward thing ever because it was just a bunch of silence and shit. I hope this was better for you, you motherfucker.
Yes.
I'm ready.
Now it's a bunch of silence while we giggle at a weird video.
Yeah, but that video we should definitely link on our Facebook page. Because...
We'll put it up. We'll put it up.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Yeeses. Are we ready to come back?
Yeah.
All right. It's Jordan to bring us back, right? He introduced?
Yeah, it is.
Oh my god, I can't not blink anymore. Jesus.
Oh, he was trying to be frozen. You're an idiot.
Holy shit.
And that, Jordan, is why I'm the superior being.
Oh my god.
I don't have to blink my eyes, Hal. Wait, what?
Established dominance.
Wow.
You guys want to have a on break over the internet staring contest?
I mean, maybe another day because Jordan just accidentally destroyed himself. So
holy shit, man! I
can't do it.
barely see. That is crazy.
I appreciate that you held on so long. That you're in pain.
I also appreciate that you dried your eyes out and possibly caused permanent damage for a joke neither of us noticed you were trying to do.
I know.
I noticed.
Big payoff.
I just refused to acknowledge you.
I was gonna hold it until somebody acknowledged it. Couldn't not blink anymore.
You ready to roll and rock?
Sure.
I'm not really down with Rolling Rock. I've never actually had it, but I don't think I'd like it. No?
What?
Beer reference?
Excuse me?
Applesauce?
I don't drink that shit. Get out of here.
Excuse me?
Sit down.
You know you know what I don't like?
I don't. What?
That I look up at my top left corner of my screen and see Roblox Studio and Roblox Player. God damn it.
Roblox?
Hit your own fucking computer, you damn children.
Actually, probably on you.
Teenagers use Roblox and other games like that as a social space.
Well, yeah, but they also use it to troll the shit out of people.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying
fine.
that these teenagers use it as a social space.
Yeah.
It's
You
like
should just walk up to him and be like, oof.
if her and her friends all had VR, they would just be at VR.
VR chat.
Yeah.
VR
Yeah.
sports bar.
Yeah.
I mean, they could actually go VR chat right now, even without VR.
No, because
Not
they
that-
want
because
the
you would-
immersion, which I stole that from the Yamix. He's a YouTuber.
That's okay.
I feel bad stealing it.
They just won't have hands.
Are we ready?
True. That'd be weird. Look at each other. They're not rendered either. So you're just a body. It's like, sorry, you don't have hands. Just have to headbutt things to interact.
Sorry.
Oh man. Okay, headbutt the recording button, Jordan. Jesus.
Man, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time to play Elite.
You're so freaking old.
All right, ready?
Sure.
All right, welcome back from break, everybody.
Yes. Yes. Welcome
Okay.
back.
That was so fun and entertaining.
And now
Yeah.
I'm back from outer space. Why are you
Holy
sitting there with that sad look on your face?
Thank
That's
you.
the next line.
Thank you.
Trying.
I was trying to think
racking my
about it
brain.
too.
I saw both of you like panic pause. I'm like, let me just give them the next line. I'll just
Yeah,
feed it to
that's-
them. Because I was gonna
Oh,
wait,
that's
but I was
good.
like, this is too long.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was, though. It was.
It was. We were
absolutely
both
a
like,
panic.
what?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What?
There's
That's okay.
words. There's words.
There's words to that song.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
Man, my brain failed me.
Yeah, no, break was good. Weird as usual. Less silence for those that like to complain.
I love you,
Um,
Mike. Don't listen to him.
Yeah. But yeah, we're here and we're
I spent it not only talking with everyone, but looking up some Sonic shit. And
it's weird. It's so
I will
fucking weird.
I will never sleep again.
Well, tell me about it.
All right.
I mean, I was waiting for Jordan to do the video game thing, but he
Well,
just
I was just saying how I spent the break. We don't have to talk about it right now. Let's have Jordan
no,
do
yeah,
his thing.
no. I'm interested.
Go
That's
for
it.
it.
I'm
It's-
fucking sold, bro. Sonic
go.
fan.
All right.
Let's
So
fucking have.
I'm gonna throw you guys an article in the chat
Okay.
so you can look at it with me so we can all have our reactions. And I want you guys to not sleep too. I
This
also
sounds
want
like
this
a-
to be in your history, so when your wives look at it, they're like, "What is this?" And then they see it and they're like, "Who did I marry?"
Okay. Whoa.
So I'm just gonna go through a few of these real quick,
Yeah, all right.
because these are some of the more common ones. This is
Scroll
just yeah.
Fuck
So
am
like
I
the
looking
first
at?
one is Sonic the Feety, which is a giant Sonic who's been force-fed chili dogs by Tails. And essentially they're doing it so they can make them as big as possible. And this is a fetish. And it's actually kind of a common thing for some of the weirder Sonic fan fiction and fan art. Like there's a video game that was created to be like all the Sonic games that were never made by Sega, released in one mega fan collection. It's not real, but one of the things was there was like a prom night and Sonic was pregnant, and
What the fuck?
it's
What?
like this whole
I
weird.
thought Sonic was a dude.
Well, that's another thing is Sonic being pregnant and Luigi being pregnant from Mario are two very common other weird fan arts that are
doesn't even make
surprisingly
sense.
common.
Fuck. It doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. But basically, the next one I wanted to talk about, because those are the main ones for the food thing, where you actually could pull like a lever in the game and it'll drop a piece of food on him and his tummy would get bigger until eventually he pooped out the kid. it's disturbing on every level. Another thing is there's a weird subset of really religious kids who throw Sonic into their religious stuff for Sunday school, and there's a lot of fan art of that. So if you look at number 5 in the list, you'll see Shadow, a very muscular buff Shadow with a huge bulge.
Yes.
Praying.
So okay, but like comically overbuilt muscles, like a
Tiny
97 pack with a tiny head,
Yeah.
and he's on his
His
knees
bulge is bigger than his face.
with his fists out in the front of him, like up, like prayer position,
Yeah.
with a big old donger.
Yeah.
Like
That's
over the
another
top.
thing. And there's a lot of
Way
religious
over the
ones like that. Like there's actually another one in this list of Sonic being crucified. And when he's crucified, like rings are coming out of him. Because when you get into the game,
that's his life.
yeah, because that's his life. Yeah. And it's Link and Pikachu who are like the Romans in this instance who are crucifying him. So it's like a weird, like, what?
I didn't crucify anybody.
Yeah. I'm glad to hear it. There is a and there's a lot of like religious ones where it'll be just Sonic like this and like religious text in the background and stuff as if he was Jesus. Like the Sonic fan community is just fucking.
No, there's a Sonic. Okay, Sonic crucified, and okay, he is up on a crucifix, and there are rings falling from him, and the clowns in the sky are sad.
Yeah,
and if you
it has a zoom in on the hand.
Yes, but if you look at the crowd, it's like because there's like shadow of people facing it.
Yeah,
right. And Link is definitely there.
Yeah, it's Link, Pikachu, Fox.
There.
I'm not sure about the last one on the bottom left.
It looks like Kirby.
It does look like Kirby if like his foot was in frame, like if he was jumping up with his hands up, it could be Kirby. So I think that they were crucifying him like it was Super Smash Brothers crucifying him. Yeah. There are other things like there's a lot of Sonic fan arts that will reference 9/11, and if you scroll down,
this
number
is
18.
Sonic being gay in a kiddie pool. With a 3 nipple dude and pink girl Sonic.
Is fucking weird.
They're all fucking weird. We'll post this up.
Oh, never forget with Sonic.
No, that's 19 or 18. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What the fuck is up with 20? That's weird.
That's not the only thing. They make Sonic characters into different forms of toilets.
Hold
so number
on,
20 is
stop.
them as urinals with their mouths open.
Wait a minute. Buff Sonic, which is number 19.
Yes.
Ultra
Equally large bulge and like outline within the bulge.
He's got on. That's creepy. You've ruined my life.
You're welcome. And you got to remember, a lot of these people are like 15-year-old kids who just have really strange fetishes.
Is it strange fetishes or they're just trying to make weird stuff?
Little column A, little column B. The reason why they're making it, if they're making it ironically, is because it existed to begin with. And
Mike
so now
the
they're
Hedgehog 9/11, I think is.
Well, that's Mike. That's his persona. That's our Mike.
Oh yeah.
That's kick the door in, Mike. Never forget.
It's like a green and blue Sonic just saluting with one tear on his eye.
And the Twin Tower is on fire in the background. Yep, they do that. They also have another thing where the characters will be various inanimate objects. The example they gave was Sonic condoms, which, if you look, they're all being hung up by fish hooks, which is a terrible idea if you're using a condom to have it pierced by a fish hook before you use it. But yeah, that's a thing. So these are just some very, very weird examples. And we'll make sure I will post this article so that our fan base, but there will be a warning. There will be a trigger warning on the post saying, hey guys, this is what we were talking about, but like, don't
click this.
Just don't click it. We're putting it up there if you don't want to listen to us, but just don't do it because your whole life, you won't be able to sleep either. But you know what? I don't want anyone to sleep because it's ruined for me. I can never sleep. So now everyone will stay up with me and we'll chill. So, I mean, click the link, but don't click it. No, that's a bad one.
Yeah, don't go to it, but do. But don't.
But by all means, if you want to never sleep again, keep me company, click the link.
That is some weird shit.
Yeah, this is what happens at 3 a.m. when I'm on the internet. I get to that weird part of YouTube or that weird.
So
part
which
of
one of those did you draw?
None of them.
Just kidding.
I
I'm
don't
just
have
kidding.
the art skills necessary to make
Okay,
a bulge
I will
that
say this.
realistic.
Yeah, no, actually, number 19's bulge was essentially a bell end drawn into some tiny pants. Whoever drew that one, if it's not a girl, definitely wants gay sex with fucking Buff Sonic.
With Sonic. Yeah.
If it's a girl, definitely wants regular sex, but probably in the butt with Sonic the Hedgehog.
If it's a hedgehog,
probably
how did learn to draw?
Yeah. The name of the show tonight is How to Learn to Draw. And that's there we are, just so everybody knows.
How to learn to draw. Okay.
Oh my God. Jordan, take this away before Bryce gets more weird things.
Because I can find more weird shit.
I can't do it.
I'm in a weird headspace right now. I'll fuck your life up, fam. You'll be destroyed.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So we all have a mutual friend, right? That we worked with. Patrick still works with him. Named Neil. We've talked about him a few times.
Neil.
Video game nerd, just like us. And the one thing that he enjoys doing, we're all PlayStation players here.
Very much so enjoys. I know where you're going with this.
Buying collector's editions of everything?
Aside from that, because
I don't
know if he enjoys it. But
he fucking enjoys it.
He's addicted to it, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it's a joy.
It might not be something that brings him pleasure, but it's something that has to be done or bad things happen.
Yeah, he occasionally clicks play on these episodes, guys. We totally support your decision, Neil.
No, we do. I'm all about it because I love seeing all the cool shit he gets. Yeah, I'm just saying.
When we go to his house, we get to play with it. I mean, that's fine.
I actually, when I was at his house, like a year or so ago, it's actually kind of been a long time since I've been to his house, but we played with his lightsabers because he has the expensive one.
Yeah. He has the good. He has the actual dueling ones.
Yes, you can
ones
actually
that people
fight
have
with.
like mini Olympics with.
They're pretty fucking dope.
But
but what about him?
His other addiction is collecting trophies.
Oh, trophy hunter.
Achievements,
which is annoying. I know he likes to do it, but sometimes he's like, come on, we got to go and do this thing. I'm like, but I don't want to do the thing. He's like, no, we got to, so we get the trophy. And I'm like, okay.
Exactly. He likes doing that. We all know that. If I'm in the mood or the game is not too hard to get these trophies, I don't mind putting in the effort.
I'll put in the effort if it's part of what I'm doing. But I do not.
If that's my complete chapter 1, you get that trophy.
Yeah. Trophy.
Like trophies that require you to get every weapon or collect everything. Like in Dark Souls, a lot of the trophies are just having everything of everything, and you would have to have multiple characters and multiple playthroughs to do that. I don't have time for that shit. I'm sorry. I'm not going to collect every miracle. I don't use miracles. I don't use magic in those games.
Yeah.
So like, why would I ever?
For some games, it's super easy. In others, it's like
it's a pain in the dick.
I look at that trophy list and I'm like, that's not possible. You're dumb, right? But Neil figures it out. He's a trophy hunter.
Yep.
He's gotten a few platinum trophies, which are basically trophies.
Those are trophies for completing every trophy in a game. Yeah.
That game.
That's as completionist as it gets, too.
Yeah, that is the trophy for being a completionist. That's the holy shit you did it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. So I thought he was crazy. And then I come across this article where this guy, I guess Guinness World Records is finally recognizing video gaming achievements as world records.
Okay.
And
this is going to go nowhere good fast, I feel like.
Is it the World of Warcraft guy?
No.
Oh, okay.
This guy, he holds the Guinness World Record for the most PlayStation Platinum trophies in the world.
Wow.
He has over 1,700.
That's a lot of time. That's a lot of time on your hands.
Over 1,700 trophies? How many games is it?
That would be over 1,700 games. 1,700. Each game, there's only one platinum trophy because each game to 100% complete the trophy, so you get the platinum.
Definitely not played 1,700 games.
Me neither. And
I bet you I'm not even into the hundreds.
I would say I'm into
maybe.
I'm into the hundreds for
I'm
sure.
probably
but
in
I
the
don't know
low
how,
hundreds. But
I definitely haven't spent the time to platinum, quote
No
unquote,
way. How
100,
can you do that?
1,700 games.
I don't get it.
How you do it? Buying a bunch of indie short games that have like 5 achievements.
Right. Which
And the achievements are complete chapter 1, complete chapter 2, complete chapter 3, complete chapter 4, and hey, you beat the game.
and
Platinum.
Okay, so that's cheating.
yeah.
I mean,
for
it's
some,
not.
but
Technically,
he
he's
has
doing the right thing.
platinums for the hard games too, like
Yeah,
Horizon
it's
Zero
not
Dawn,
just that, but I guarantee that
he's
to buff it up to get that world record, he threw a couple cheap games.
No, he
in
had
there.
to have though.
yeah. Max Payne 3 is one that's like notoriously hard to get.
It
And
is
he
so
has that one,
stupid.
too.
So how old is this guy?
That's a good question. Let me take a look.
For 1,700 platinum achievements, I would
Yeah.
say he'd have to be at least 29.
Okay, you're gonna say 29. Hold on, stop. What year did the PS4 come out?
The PS4 came out in 2014, but trophies have been a thing since PS3 launched in 2000.
Oh, so this counts across.
Yeah, this is multiple systems.
Okay.
And PS Vita.
What year was PlayStation 3?
The trophy system first became live in 2008, so it's been 10 years.
I'm gonna say he's 22.
So from 12 to 22, he's gotten over 1,700 games.
Yep.
And platinum.
And I'm gonna say that more than half of it happened.
Is it Baron? Is it Baron Trump? And that's how he had the 1,700 games and all the time on his hands because he's just rich as shit.
No.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
He's, I'm sure, has more since this article, but he has 1,724 platinum trophies at the time of this article.
Jesus
Bryce,
Christ.
you said that he was 29.
Yeah.
He's 34.
There you go.
He's 34.
Because I knew he had to be past 18 or 19 so he can have the job to afford.
I was going with parents.
Rich parents spoiling the kid. And the kid had all
so
the
I was
time.
gonna say I assumed 15, 16. But then I was like, well, no. So
with the amount of
years,
time
maybe
that it
12.
takes, I would have believed that for sure. I would have definitely believed that, but no. He's
so how's he
34.
doing it? Because so last night, and maybe tonight we're probably not even gonna get to, but last night me and Jordan played games. We maybe got to play for an hour, and he's old and had to go to sleep. So,
energy drinks, no kids,
cocaine.
He
Meth.
actually
He don't got
has
cocaine.
a family.
He has a family.
Yeah, he has kids. He has
do the kids play on his account?
Nope.
How did he find the time to have sex and also?
Dude, who the fuck
did
knows?
it during?
Like, he lives in.
Oh, if he did that, then he's my god.
He lives in Bahrain. Okay, the country Bahrain in the Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, time works different over there. That's the only solution that I could think of, because he has way more than 24 hours in a fucking day. I mean, that's the only way that I can think of this being possible.
Is there a way that he faked it?
No, you can't fake these.
Especially not with the Guinness Book of World Records looking into it. They would have to check and validate each game, the amount of time played, and make sure that there's actual save data and not like or that there was save data and not like a hack or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
No, makes
has
sense.
been verified. So I came across this article and I was like, damn, there's somebody more dedicated to this than Neil.
Yeah. No shit.
And my first thought obviously was, dude has no life. How do you get that much time?
I think first thought was showing Neil and being like, got competition, bruh.
Well, yeah, that was my first thought.
No, that's when you go. So Neil, when are we going to expect to call Guinness for you?
Right.
So they can check you.
Exactly. That's
exactly
what I said to him, though. What Patrick said. I sent him that link and I was like, dude, you got competition.
Yeah.
But it's ridiculous. So the second thought that I had, though, was that's pretty impressive, because I know the amount of effort that you need to put in to get one, let alone
Platinum. Yeah.
almost 2,000.
I will say that there are a lot of games with like speedrun guides to getting the platinum trophy. And the speedrun for Bloodborne, a notoriously difficult game that has, you know, a lot to it to get the platinum. I think the world record's like 8 or 9 hours to go from a fresh file with no trophies to platinum.
And it tells you what to do, step by step by step by step.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, okay.
Doing it is completely different because some of it has to do with like crazy tricks, all kinds of insane things, plus just beating the bosses in general in a Bloodborne game.
Oh yeah, like, no, I'm not disputing that it's not hard to do or that it doesn't require
it's just
skill.
He might not have had to plan out each platinum trophy. There might have been something there.
I'm going to go ahead and assume that this is a guy who at some point would plan his gameplay.
Yeah.
Previous to playing. So he and probably play it through the first time and then play it through the second time, play it through the third time, and then the 10th time he's like, okay, I'm going to platinum it this time.
Yeah. It's unbelievable. Now, so one thing, they interviewed the guy, right? He used to work as an engineer at a financial firm over there.
Okay.
And it got closed, so he got laid off and whatever. Now he makes his living from government assistance. Apparently over there, for being married, the government gives you like an allowance or whatever.
Oh, we found out how he has the time.
He rents out his games, and other players also pay him to get their platinum trophies for him.
Oh.
Right.
So Neil could be like, yo.
Yeah. So I saw that, and I was like less impressed, and I was like more, that's stupid.
So
I'm still impressed.
Scrubs off of his off of his government, right? Now, granted, he gets an allowance, which probably is just enough to make sure you can live, and that's actually pretty cool. But then he gets other people who are too lazy to platinum. What the fuck's the point of getting the platinum, like having the platinum, if you didn't do it?
There is no point other than
you don't get anything for it. It's pure, like,
it's just bragging rights
and pride. Yeah, exactly. It's all bragging rights. You don't get anything for having these. So still, I thought it was stupid how I found he was making his money or whatever, which I know that's not my business, but still, I can judge if I want to.
In fact, I did judge.
Yeah, I totally did judge. And
I am judging.
I read the rest of this article. They interviewed the guy, right? And I came to the conclusion that he's a little bit of a douche. Okay?
Uh-oh.
So I'm going to read you an exact quote, and I want you to tell me how this makes sense, because it doesn't to me at all.
Can you use an accent?
No.
No.
I'm not going to.
Even if you could, don't, because you're going to butcher it and then cease and desist.
Cease and desist
anyway,
from an entire country.
Direct quote from this guy. I cannot play a game I want to play for fun, for example. If I wanted to play a multiplayer game, I can't, because I have to keep unlocking trophies in other games to keep my rank. Sadly, the competition is unfair on these leaderboards, and I cannot stop or else I'll lose my rank.
Wait, what?
Okay.
So hold on.
There are certain.
So there's other people like him that have.
There's one person in second place that has one trophy less than him.
Yeah.
So I wonder who's the next person to them.
They name him, like, this guy's name is Kareem or whatever.
So this is somebody who literally has to constantly play.
Otherwise, someone else will overtake him. Yeah.
I usually don't say this about video games, but that motherfucker needs to put the controller down.
Exactly. So at this point, I'm going full judgment. Okay, you can play a game for fun. The only reason why you want to keep this this spot on your leaderboard is just foolishness. To be completely frank,
this is him embracing the trophy system entirely.
Because
the trophy system was just there for bragging rights and for pride. This is him taking his bragging rights and pride to the level. I have the biggest dick out of all of you. I have the most.
The last sentence of that quote makes no sense to me, though.
Why?
And that's what bothers me the most. Sadly, the competition is unfair on those leaderboards. How is it unfair? You're doing the same shit You're playing.
Maybe hold on. Maybe what he means is he's playing these games and doing it himself, and maybe he's saying that too many people are going online and getting walkthroughs, and that's what makes it unfair.
Or that they're doing what he does as a side business.
He's doing the same thing. He's getting platinums for others to boost their own profiles.
Right, but what I'm thinking is there's also the idea that maybe something's hacked or something similar, because there are people who hack save files to get their platinums. It's just if you're going to get Guinness Book of World Record verified, you're not going to be able to get away with that shit because people can tell very easily when it is. And if you actually get reported, it'll be struck out. But
it's not going to matter anyway because I made a prediction the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I'm pretty sure it was super mad specific, actually. But I mean, obviously, I was just kidding. But I think that by 2030 at the latest, that normal game consoles will not exist. I think that.
Oh, right. Yeah, you said that in our chat.
Okay. And I think that is because of cloud gaming. Now, let me explain, right, for people who don't understand this. Right now, when you play a video game, whether or not you have a disc or a digital copy, whatever, it's happening and being rendered and whatnot on your system, on your computer, on your PlayStation, whatever the fuck you play on, right? It's happening there.
Yeah.
Okay. Cloud gaming is going to be where, like, for example, Google's working on it. Xbox has something similar happening. I think PlayStation's been doing it kind of for a while with their
PlayStation Now.
PlayStation Now, where you stream the game. But essentially, it's going to become mainstream. I promise you, because if Google has it their fucking way, you'll be able to open a fucking Chrome browser on your computer or your phone or what the fuck ever, internet-enabled pager. I don't know. And as long as you have a fast enough internet connection, it won't matter what you're on because you're going to be streaming that game to your.
You're not going to need a high-end PC because the high-end PC is going to be the server. You just need something that can stream, and then you'd be able to play anything.
And now, so this guy, this is a Reddit post, and I just kind of want. And he says cloud gaming is the future. It's in the unpopular opinion section. Right? Because this is an unpopular opinion. And I know that Jordan's probably waiting to talk because I don't think he agrees with what I say when it comes to this. But so this guy says, I've seen a lot of people saying cloud gaming sucks or I'll always want games locally rendered. While I admit right now, it's not great. But streaming tech and internet connection are going to improve, inevitably are going to improve. You know that they're, just to pause from that for a second, you know that they're expecting next-gen LTE speeds to be like 300 megabits plus, right? That means slow connections are going to be 100. You know what I mean? Like that's insane. So anyway, so he says when Netflix was pitched to Blockbuster in the late 2000s, Blockbuster laughed, and now it's one of the most popular ways to watch movies. And that's just a decade after, right? And in my opinion, if you were to go back in time right now and tell our parents, or maybe our parents, whatever, our parents would probably work, that in a few years, the internet is going to be so fast, you're not going to need to have movies to watch, and you'll be able to just stream it.
Yeah, you could just pull it up on your cable box and boom, it's watching.
And a lot of people would either A, not fucking believe you, B, not like the idea because what they think is, well, fuck, I bought this badass fucking VHS quadruple record 18 head fucking V8, runs on goddamn diesel
and deer blood,
fucking deer blood. Yeah, but you know what I mean? They're because we don't see it that way, right? But they were attached to that technology of their time. That was the fucking bee's knees, you know?
Yeah.
Nowadays, we do have the console wars. We have PC Master Race. We have all of these things, you know? And I'm not saying that it'll affect computers so much because you're always going to want a PC to be powerful enough to do stuff on its own, because video gaming is not the world when it comes to computers only, you know. Consoles will exist as far as brands go, right? But they're going to be streaming boxes, and you will go which one you'll choose is going to be either based on exclusive games they have, or UI design, like Android versus fucking iPhone.
Yeah,
that's what it'll be.
I think every company is going to be a subscription.
Yeah, there you go, or a subscription.
Well, it's kind of going to that now anyway with Xbox Live and PlayStation Plus.
No, I think it's going to be beyond that.
I think
where basically, rather than having a console, you would have the streaming box, which is compatible with any console. But the console is the server, and in order to access Sony server, subscription. In order to access Xbox server for their exclusive subscription. In order to access
Jordan and Neil don't think this is going to happen. They don't agree.
Now, I think at some point in the future, maybe. Next 10 years, no way.
The reason why I think that this is going to happen and happen fairly soon is because this is the ultimate anti-piracy measure.
Yep.
If the game never makes it to the consumer, you can't pirate it.
Not only that, but it would actually
cost them less because they don't have to manufacture huge discs or anything like that.
Well, the same thing happened. I mean, it's with digital downloads. If I buy from the PlayStation Store, I'm not physically touching it. It's just installing on. I don't have a way of getting my hands on it.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. There's nothing I can do with that digital file. It's on my PlayStation. I can't take it off.
That's not necessarily true. You can access that. You can pull that hard drive out. There's ways to access that.
It's a solid state drive in a PlayStation.
There's ways to fucking modify that shit, and there's ways to go in there and trick software. Now, granted, that stuff's now verified. Not the same.
Not streaming a game.
No, but you still would be able to. I don't think that would be a reason why for them to go.
And not only that,
you would have to be able to download directly from their server. Because when you're streaming the game,
anything,
you're going to be streaming. You're going to be downloading the visual of the game.
You're going to be viewing it, and your controls are going to be going back and forth, but you're going to be doing nothing. Maybe it downloads some visuals to help, but I don't even think it's going to do that.
Well, when I say download visuals, I mean just like when you watch a movie.
You're streaming it. Exactly.
You're streaming it.
It's going to be a minor, tiny cache file that gets deleted every few seconds as you're streaming the game.
And with the movies that you could like download the file for, it's because when you're streaming it, that's what you're doing. There's no input or output with a movie. You're just viewing it. So you can get away with somehow getting that cache file bit by bit and then putting it together with duct tape. And then here's my movie that I stole by streaming. With a game, all you're getting is that same video file. So it'd be like downloading your own playthrough and watching it, but you couldn't play it again.
Yeah. And honestly, man, I think that we're going to get next gen consoles, new PlayStation, new Xbox, whatnot. Right. And then from that, and we're never going to see another real console release after that.
I think we have one more generation of consoles.
Is it? And then after this, every fucking thing that we play, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it. I'm okay because that means a few things. As long as your internet is fast enough, maximum possible graphics out of any game. Period. It won't matter anymore. You know.
Well, that's the other thing is I have a feeling that could be how they affect the subscription as well as how powerful of a server are you going to have access to?
There you go.
If you pay the base price, shitty server.
Like I pay the base price. I have a regular PlayStation 4. You pay more, you get a PS Pro 4K.
Yeah, exactly.
But really, it's like $10 a month or something. And it'll be cheap. I'm telling you, it's going to be cheap because they're not going to have to build consoles. There's no manufacturing costs. There's no cost of manufacturing games on discs. Because even though there's a lot of digital downloads, they fucking do that shit still, right? I'm telling you, none of it's going to fucking be there anymore. 10 years or less.
What about those that don't have a good enough internet or don't have internet at all?
Doesn't matter.
You're fucked.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Enjoy retro.
Yeah.
I guarantee you they won't.
No, they do. They do it now. They do it right now. Yes, they do. So
I can pop my disc in my PlayStation if my internet's out and play.
No.
Yes, it can.
Not every single game though.
No,
Like
not
if
every game. They're not going to
it's
eliminate the option completely for
yes they
everybody.
do.
They're not
Listen,
going to.
listen. So
That's not
games
going to
like
happen. I
games like
guarantee you that
Elite, for
100% that's
example,
not going to happen.
you cannot play Elite Dangerous without an internet connection.
No, I said some games. They're not going to completely eliminate every single person's option of not being able to play online. That's never going to happen.
Dude, if you can afford, but I'm telling you right now, if you can afford a PlayStation, their view is you can afford a PlayStation, you can afford an internet connection.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing.
Out, though.
Hold on.
That's not going to happen.
Here's my thing.
That's not going to happen.
Here's my thing. I have a feeling there may be certain games that are released, and rather than it be most games can be played offline, it'll be most games require an internet connection. Some games can be played offline. And it'll be something like that.
Yeah, but
the majority of it is going to be cloud. And that's just going to be the case. And I don't think it's going to be like a disk space thing. I have a feeling it'll be something if you have the compatible attachment to the
you would have had
stream
to have bought. Yeah, so like your PlayStation Stream Box, you would have had to have bought an add-on that allows you to do that for games that allow them to be played offline.
Yeah, it'd be a very niche thing.
That I could see. But I guarantee you that it wouldn't be just a.
Not only that, but within the next 10 years, the internet connection going down thing you're bringing up, that's a problem of now.
Yeah, and
like, I don't think that's a now problem. It's going to be something to where we're not going to have.
Think that's going to go away?
Yeah, no
way.
It's going to be a lot more consistent. There's going to be backups. There's going to be a lot more things to improve it to keep things up.
Just think about like what I said about the internet connection speeds that are coming in 2 months. We're going to be getting internet speeds that on a mobile device via wireless connections
that exceeds landline connections.
And what's going to end up happening is now these new technologies don't require individual transmitter stations anymore. There's a bunch of tiny little fucking transmitters that are placed around.
So if one goes down,
you can have whole sections go down, and it still covers that area. Plus, we're talking 10 years technology from now. So, like, how old is normal LTE?
Like
10-ish years old.
10
like
years. Yeah.
Well, 4G is probably 10 years old. LTE is probably less than that. So, I mean, we're gonna
like
be
4G. Yeah, that's
a whole nother generation of wireless technology by then. I honestly don't think that there's going to be a such thing as a person that can afford a game console that doesn't have internet. I don't think that's going to exist anymore.
Maybe, but
and I think that things like that are going to happen before 10 years, and in 10 years time, your argument's going to be null and void. It won't matter.
I don't think so. I'd be willing to bet you money on that.
What is? I'll bet you
investment.
I'll bet you $100. I'll bet you $100 10-year money from now. So we'll adjust for inflation 10 years from now.
I will absolutely take that bet.
On October 17th, 2028.
I'm in on this, by the way. So
are you?
Yeah, I will absolutely take that.
Cloud gaming is going to exist. Internet connections, and I mean primary way people play games. Okay,
bitch, better have my money.
Internet connection loss is going to be something that happens so seldomly. You would have had to have like a hurricane or some shit to make it happen.
Right. Like massive outages.
Barring natural disasters, I'm willing to put that aside.
Right. And it's going to be, and me and you are going to own some streamy box that we play games on
by 2028.
By 2028.
Okay. All right, you're on.
Because by then, I mean, I'll be 43, so we'll see if my wife still lets me play video games.
If she doesn't, but everything else still applies, the $100
still counts. It still counts. So, and by the way, this is me and if Bryce, I think, is on my side of the bet, right? We're saying kind of the same thing, I think. So we all put in $100. We get our $100 back if we win, and we split yours. If you win, you get all $300. Because I'm so confident that
Okay. I'm good with it. I will.
But this is
absolutely-
adjusted for 10 years from now money. So we'll
That's
have to
fine.
figure that math
Yeah.
out at the time. Hopefully our economy will have skyrocketed and Jordan will owe me a bunch of money.
$1 million, please.
Oh man. So yeah, anyway, I like this topic because you see how charged it is, right? Like
Yeah.
Like a phone.
I hold on. I really, by the way, I like that Jordan can agree that we'll have fusion generators by 2035. But fucking cloud internet, nope. Games,
No, we're not gonna have stable enough
stable
internet.
internet, nah, bro.
No way.
Because we're going to have the new problem of the fusion cores
Oh,
disrupting
shit.
LTE. So,
Interference.
Oh god. Anyway, I'm out of stuff. I don't know about you, but
I'd say we nailed it.
I'd say we fucking nailed it too.
So
All right, ciao.
Yeah,
of
plug
course,
Plug me.
like always, you can find us on Facebook just by searching PB the letter NJ podcast.
That wasn't
you
okay.
Also, yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You can find all of our posts there, of course, when we link to this show. You can find us on YouTube if you're not already watching. Just go ahead and search for PB the letter NJ podcast on there.
Peanut butter,
email
Nancy,
us,
and jelly.
PBthetletterNJpodcast@gmail.com. And anywhere you get your podcasts, iTunes, Google Play, stuff like that. Or check out our website, pbthetletterNJpodcast.podbean.com.
We got a website, y'all. We official.
We do, y'all. You guys consistently listen. We see spikes up and down, but like we have consistent numbers from people who listen, and we really appreciate it.
Love you.
Remember, write emails. You don't write emails. Fucking write emails. Stop lurking. Be our friend, or do lurk. Actually, I don't really care. I just want to hear from you.
Yeah, we love you. So sometimes you just want to know. But
Please.
nailed it.
Anyway, nailed it. Bye.
All right.
Sweeto torpedo. Dunzo.
All right, everybody who's watching, all one viewer. Love you, friend. But we're gonna go now, so you be good.
Who, hold on. Who's in the chat right? Who's watching right now?
Is it one
Michael?
of us?
Is it Michael again, or is it one of us?
Probably. Not me.
It's Michael.
It might be.
Mike, we found your persona. Watch back to understand. We're gonna post it later.
Yeah. But all right, turn
Never
the YouTubes
forget.
off. We appreciate it.
Bye.
Oh, it's down there now.